Dario, good to see you again, and thank you for talking to us again this week for the BBC. I suppose we'll kick off by saying congratulations on the win last weekend. It was a fantastic game to watch. Are you still on cloud nine, or is it move on, focus on this weekend?
Hi, Julia. Nice to see you as well. Look, yeah, definitely not on cloud nine. I think it was an enjoyable day. I think always match day is, because it's that uncertainty and also all the practice that we've put in, especially leading into round one, all the hard work from the pre-season, and seeing the girls be able to execute and play, for large parts very, very well. There was still lots of parts that we need to improve on, which is normal, but with the strides that we've taken in such a short amount of time, that was really, really pleasing. But, it said to the players, enjoy it. But then once we got back to training, we were back into it, and they've been tremendous this week, and I'm sure they're really, really looking forward to this weekend's game.
You spoke last week about working with the players on something different, something new, and you spoke about in pre-season them getting used to that. Did you see that executed on the pitch last weekend, would you say?
Yeah, in large amounts we did. I think there's still a lot to improve, which is normal. We've only spent about 6 or 7 weeks together implementing my ideas, and it was, it's always round one, the butterflies and the tension and everything that goes into everyone wants to start well, so there's probably those nerves and that's all to be expected. But I think, we took control of the game quite early, dominated large parts, and we probably lost that a little bit, which is normal. There's very good teams in this league, so they're going to have their moments as well. But it's a good spot to start from, and we got another fantastic test this weekend against Manchester City.
Yeah, a real tough test this weekend away to Manchester City. Your approach to this weekend, they're a formidable side. They had a great win last night, Champions League. How do you approach this weekend? Same as last weekend, or the caliber of players that they've got in their squad is extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, they do have a good team. They got good players. They got a fantastic coach as well. But it's a normal week. So I respect every team, every opponent, every coach that we're against the exact same. So we know what they've achieved in the past. But I don't treat anyone with more or anyone else with less. So in terms of preparation, it's been the exact same. We've analysed everything. We've worked hard on the training pitch, and then it'll just come down to execution on Sunday.
Did everyone come through last weekend unscathed? You got any injury worries going into this weekend?
No injury worries. We just had a little bit of a sickness go through the camp, so thankfully everyone was back in today, and hopefully, touch wood, that there's no more and there's no injuries. So otherwise, we'll be looking good for Sunday.
And let's just talk about a player that stole the show last weekend, Kiko Seke. I mean, it's an extraordinary performance. Did you expect that of her going into the weekend? Did you know that she was a player of that calibre?
Look, it's hard to say you expect someone to score a hat-trick. And especially on debut, it's the first person in history to do that. But she has those qualities, so it was always from the start encouraging her to get into goal-scoring positions, and she's got a very good shot. From the press, the first goal is there, and then she's got the calmness and composure to spot the goalkeeper off and chip her perfectly into the back of the net. The second goal, which was probably my favourite, even though she did hit one into the top corner, but my second goal was probably, from a team aspect, was great play, got her in on the back post, free header. So that one was awesome. But it's just about trying to get them in positions where they can be and they can showcase what they've got. She got herself in those positions. We had other players as well in good positions, but I think that's something that we're trying to work on, to get as many threats on goal as possible to give us the best chance to win games on the weekends.
No disrespect at all to Everton. Every team in this league is difficult to beat, but she's going to have a tough time doing that, having such freedom in front of goal this weekend, isn't she?
Well, look, after a hat-trick, I'm sure now everyone's going to there's a magnifying glass now on her, and when they've seen her qualities and what she can do. But it's about creating chances, and everyone can create them. We've seen also in the weekend before Arsenal how many chances they created, a lot of clear-cut goal-scoring chances. Manchester City as well created lots, and if you look over the course of it, in 90 minutes with the quality that's within the league, it's going to be very, very hard to keep teams quiet. So we're just going about our business, just looking to improve and looking to get better every week. And it's a fantastic test this weekend.
Obviously, you won't have the home support this weekend. It must have been a joy to have that sort of home support last weekend, and Kiko really seemed to lap that up, didn't she?
Yeah, it is. It's nice to have that. The home fans come out, and they were awesome. They were very loud. They helped get us, in those moments to lift us when we were probably on the front foot. That little bit extra, and it was a nice afternoon. And we hope and encourage even more to come out the next time we play at home.
And just one final one for me, Dario. You've got a couple of Lionesses now in your squad. You've got Fran and Nikita. They have played alongside a lot of Man City's squad. How valuable is their experience of playing alongside a lot of your opponents this weekend? What can they bring to Brighton in terms of that experience?
I think it's just that preparation and their professionalism, and also their quality. I think their quality is without a doubt. We don't have to speak too much about that. But it's also that I think it's, when you go to these teams that have predominantly been at the top for the last few seasons and have been dominating the league. So sometimes it's about that. It's almost not what happens on the pitch. It's almost the before, that you can stand in a tunnel, you can look them in the eye and say, okay, there's a game about to be played. So, I think that'll be important for us, and to have those two players as well that have, been there, done that. And not just those two, we've got a few others as well. So we've spoken about that. We're relishing the challenge, and I'm sure not just myself, but all of them are really looking forward to the referee blowing the whistle and getting us started.